King Showtime, King Showtime, it's King Showtime, King Showtime, King Showtime, King Showtime, it's King Showtime, King Showtime, King Showtime, King Showtime, it's King Showtime, time. Yo, what's going on? It's your boy King Showtime. And I'm back again with another little video. Today I'm live streaming on KSG. The KSG. Wait, I'm sorry, y'all. I was live streaming Elder Scroll online, but I want y'all to go out there and make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Turn on that post notification so you notified when I'm online, when I'm dropping more bangers, all that good stuff, y'all. Make sure y'all you know what I'm saying, y'all being safe out here. You and your family and all that good stuff. Yeah, we about to get into some more Elder Scroll Online. About to go crazy now, so yeah, we about to go. Let's do it. I had it together now. Something I had to say. Here. So yeah. I wish I could have transferred my studies. That's the only reason I ain't got none of my equipment from the other one. I don't know whatever.
I demand to see my brother. Lay hands upon me, and you will lose them.
You know, she took mine already.
You there! The territory of the Red Exiles shouldn't be traveled lightly. Ashlanders once respected each other, helped one another. You'd think these were house wolves or tribunal dogs, the way they treated me. Speaking of the tribunal, you have the smell of dog about you. I wonder why that is.
I'm looking into a song for Lord Vivek.
Lord Vivek, is it? And I thought all the tribunal cared about was building monuments to their own greatness. Nice to see that one of them cares about what's going on beyond their borders. Well, perhaps we can aid each other this day, Outlander.
What kind of help do you need?
Ashlanders are nomads, but we gather at sacred sites to trade, confer, and pay homage to the past. Aldrin is such a place. That's why Chodala invited the Red Exiles here. But these outcasts won't let me into their camp. I need to find my brother.
Who's your brother?
My brother, Chodala, is the Ashkan of our tribe, and I am his ambassador. I act as a go-between among the tribes. Chodala wants to unite the Dunma and calmly end the era of the bickering houses. He hopes to convince the tribes to follow his lead.
So what do you need me to do?
Head into the Red Exiles camp and find my brother. Otherwise, see if you can find out what he was doing in there and where he's gone. Be wary of the outcasts. As you saw, they won't hesitate to attack without reason or provocation. Chodala went to meet with the Red Exiles leader and hasn't returned. If I enter the camp and have to kill any of those foolish outcasts, it could have serious repercussions for our negotiations. Find my brother, and I'll help you with your quest.
I got you. Yeah, now we gotta get into the camp. It's free. I got too much stuff already. God, I can't hold it much stuff when you first start off. Dang it, I got all this stuff. I should drop some of this stuff. Yeah, food. It's just gonna help you like get your attack. A lot of stuff. Every time you get free stuff, you want to get oh. Yeah, you don't. Why every time I try to get the hat, I can't never get the hat? What did they do? Look. grab something to drink instead of the soul gem. See, I gotta read. Yeah, oh, I forgot. Yeah. Space. Oh, I got more stuff. I need that too. I don't need this. I got everything. I'm just scared of the mouse. What is that you? Bullets coming in.
You seem to have survived your visit to the Red Exiles camp. Did you find my brother?
You know what? I found this record of the meeting with the Red Exile leader.
Interesting. I never suspected that the outcasts were disciplined enough to keep records such as this. Oh no. I can't believe my brother would be so brazen.
He called himself the Devil. Do you know what that means?
It means that Chodala really has changed. With his newfound powers and rising ambitions, I fear what he plans for the tribes. I suppose you have a right to know what I'm talking about. Take this. I found it among my brother's possessions.
Another scroll. Did your brother write this?
Chodala discovered new power out in the wilderness, and it changed his view of the world. He writes about it in that document. Now he believes he's a Nerevarine, and incites the tribes while I try to keep them all from doing anything rash.
Yeah, I ain't got no more. We're going to hit the tower. We're going to hit the tower. That close to home, so we up upstairs. I need to sell some of this stuff. Get rid of some of this stuff out of here.
The Red Mountain.
We research on people, okay? werewolf now?
You look a bit.
Construction all this time.
Fine goods at fair prices. Fine goods at fair prices.
Robbery.
Gotta break this one down. I'm gonna break this one down.
I am a.
What's the wrong with it?
Only the finest wares here.
I could give you. Oh, don't mind.
Fine goods at fair prices.
Use table. be able to.
Zora, Kaderi, Jejota.
Playing that kind of my first time.
So many straight.
What did I watch?
You look a bit lost.
Hear ye, card sharps and collectors. Test your wits and courage in a brand new card
They
game.
said I...
Tales of Tribute.
They said I could...
What is this shit?
Best mounts in all of Vardenfell, right here. Come in and see what's available today.
42K for a horse. You gotta go to which color? That's a man with the look up. Yeah, this one. I need worse. I'm following them. Dude. I got real busy. I got more after one. I think I feel it I keep pausing because that's not that thing. Last time I had did a mission, I thought I was doing a mission. Yeah. My mom went into it. First best. Ooh, ice forces or imperial shards. hope they ain't on these shards, man. We got one more little straight. Let's stay on the path. I thought it would have been like a shit mark or something. No teleport. Excuse me. Elder Scrolls got a lot of different stuff that you know they're doing like can't wait till I really like get my character up. There's a lot of people that play Elder Scrolls. They be over here the chat. Look at the chat on the side. We talking about everything. Party and all that.
Oh, citizen.
You know, normal side missions here. Mission first. This house, you guys get with me. A lot of free stuff. You know, I'm traveling. In the laboratory.
Oh, such displeasure and disappointment. Nothing works, even though every calculation is precise. Now an interruption. How infuriating. Wait. Sometimes the great gear turns from frustration to opportunity.
Do you know anything about the divine energy?
Divine energy? I'll have you know I participated in Lord Sothis Seal's 9 analyses of the exalted enigmas. But we have more important matters. I'm about to determine the correlation between color and time, and I could use another set of hands.
If I help, you answer my question.
A reciprocal exchange. Interesting, yes. I can see the benefits of such an arrangement. Very well. Just activate the crystals in the proper sequence while I modulate the energy flow. Less chance of an explosion that way.
Alright. I'll see if I can determine the proper sequence. You got a green one, purple one, yellow one, and a blue one. Blue diamond, red sapphire, red sphere, green square, violet octagon, yellow triangle. Let's see if I can find it.
You activate the crystals. Look for pure light, not muddled. I'll modulate the energy fluctuations, make sure nothing explodes. If color confounds you, look at the shape. Fewest sides to most. But the great gear turns, so be quick. Be quick.
He said fewer sides to most. Let's look. Okay. So you ain't got no sides, so that's first. First is red. Then is yellow. Then is blue. Red, blue, red, yellow, blue, red, and purple.
A good start. Keep going. So far, so good. But not in the proper sequence. Try again. No. Reset the mechanism and try again.
Let me see. Red.
A good start. Keep going. So far, so good. Good work you are. Close, very close. One more to go. Yes, I love it when the gears align. Perfect. Such are the benefits of an extra set of appendages. The energy flows freely and without disruption, allowing the rods and the pistons to align in a most pleasing manner. Thank you. Now, why do you want to know about divine energy?
Well, I was sent to ask you about transfer of divine energy.
Sent? How intriguing. I was just thinking about my former master, Sir Seal, and the experiments we conducted. He desperately sought to understand the power he and his companions attained, especially whether or not that power was temporary.
The Scepter Seal reached a conclusion.
Not while I assisted him. He had a tool that he used to drain away minute bits of his own divine energy to store and study. He could extract it and return it as he saw fit. Not sure what became of the tool, but here are my notes from those days.
Tower up. Look at that. No, winter cells.
Outlander, over here. This requires a considerable amount of effort, so just listen. We have a problem here. Return to my office immediately.
Problem, so we gotta hurry up and get that. this stuff.
At last. Did you see what's happening outside? Red Mountain rumbles louder and more frequently. The sky grows dark, and worst of all, the people are beginning to notice. Soon I'll have to muster the Ordinators to keep them from the palace doors.
Is that the emergency that people wanted to see?
In part, Lord Vivek is not well. I won't allow his followers to see him in this state. He continues to lose energy, and it's becoming difficult for him to maintain the realm in his usual fashion. Now, what did your investigations uncover?
I investigated the 3 locations.
I'll review these documents and present your findings to Lord Vivek. I was against bringing you into this investigation, but I was wrong. Thank you for aiding us. You should go see Lord Vivek now. He's been asking about you. I'll be along shortly.
You're just gonna read the notes? I thought we could discuss what I learned.
Very well. Tell me what you learned at each of the locations, and let's see what conclusions we can come to.
Barzal. He gave me his notes.
Barzal faithfully served Sothis Seal. He's as loyal to the tribunal as I am. He would never intentionally harm Lord Vivek. But that tool he mentioned. Perhaps one of the priests Vivek sent away could search the temple archives for more information.
Vivek sent away all his priests.
Lord Vivek doesn't want his followers to see him in such a weakened state. Only you, Canon Levuel, and myself are permitted into his palace now. Speaking of the palace, Lord Vivek wants to see you when we're done here.
Yeah, Ashlander named Churchy had been indicted and indicated the trial. Insinuated the trial.
So your notes say, and this Saren assisted you. Interesting. Most Ashlanders want nothing to do with the tribunal. Even so, they rarely become aggressive. I'd say this Chodala bears watching.
Chodala?
If we can spare it, I'll send an armiger to Aldrin.
Chodala, newfound power might have something to do with its problem.
Interesting theory. Perhaps Chodala's staff can steal Vivek's energy. But I have a hard time imagining how an Ashlander could accomplish such a feat. Lord Vivek said the draining has grown more intense since you left. It doesn't look well.
The cultists took over the land.
From what you discovered, I dare say there may be a correlation between the narcotic relic and the tool Barzal mentioned. And it seems the Ashlander thieves are connected to Chodala. Your evidence points to a clear conclusion. So it appears. Lord Vivek's doing his best not to complain, but I can see how much the draining of his energy has cost him. Just seeing you again should improve his mood considerably. And the progress you made with your investigations, outstanding.
Palace. At your house, bro. I don't know that. I gotta go see what you want to do.
Stand aside! Lord Vivek is expecting you.
Lord Vivek isn't receiving visitors today.
They can't go up in there. Oh, dang. Look like this.
My lord, please let me send for aid. Perhaps one of the healers can help you.
Pain is best tolerated in private. As I have written in the 37th ballad,
There must be something I can do.
you can call the Archcanon. He should hear the news our friend brings us. The river drains into the sea as my divinity flows out of me. Need some work. As you can see, I continue to lose energy, and it has made me somewhat agitated. Have you made any progress toward discovering the source of my discomfort?
I'm thinking Ashley and Chula might be responsible for this.
An Ashlander? That seems unlikely, but I trust your instincts. We need to find out more about this Chodala and the ancient enemy that aids him. Take this. Another token of my appreciation. And look, here comes the Archcanon now.
My lord, the Outlander may have actually discovered something. After further examination of the documents you brought back, I have to agree with your assessment. The Ashlander Chodala has somehow siphoned divine energy away from Lord Vivek.
So how do you restore Lord Vivek's power?
Not exactly. But now that we know that the affliction isn't natural, we can work toward a solution, one that probably involves Chodala's staff. How the Ashlander got his hands on Sothasil's tool and turned it into a weapon is beyond me, though.
Want me to inquire the staff? Oh, son.
Eventually, but we need to be cautious. If Chodala is as respected as you say, attacking him would start a war we can't afford to partake in. Go to Aldrin and talk to his sister, Saren. I don't trust her either, but she worked with you before.
I'll go talk to Saren.
Get to Aldrin and locate Saren. She needs to tell us more about Chodala and then help us acquire his staff. Without it, we can't restore Vivek. Meanwhile, I need to placate the populace. The people grow concerned over Vivek's continuing isolation.
So we gotta go there. Sit close by one of the tables, right? Yeah, right on.
Outlander, quickly! This way! I've been thinking about my brother's claim that he's the Nerevarine since we last spoke. No matter how I try, the word tastes false on my tongue. And now I fear he's about to convince the wise woman that his quest for power will benefit the tribes.
What can I do to help?
My brother is respected and revered. He has allies in all of the tribes, not to mention his personal red exiles. We have to proceed with caution. Respect the Ashlander customs and traditions. Anything else will lead to violence and bloodshed.
Alright, so what can we do?
We talked to my brother. Tried to convince him this isn't the way. Barring that, we make sure the wise woman doesn't get drawn into his madness. Whatever Chodala says or does, don't attack him. We don't need a war between the houses and the Ashlanders.
I'll follow your lead. We gotta go now.
The wise woman. I was hoping she'd be here.
You're too late, dear sister. Despite your protestations, the wise woman has gone to the cave of the incarnate to confirm my claim.
Brother, do you really want to pursue this dangerous course?
There was a time when you gave me your unconditional support, Saren. I miss those days.
My brother Chodala's about to do something foolish and dangerous. But by dusk and dawn, Azura put you and I on the same path for a purpose. I just hope we have enough time.
So that Chodala.
He's about to claim the title of the Nerevarine and try to unite the Ashlander tribes gathered here. He already convinced the Red Exiles to support him. He's using them to intimidate the other tribes. If he persuaded the wise woman to his cause... My brother Chodala. He's about to claim the title of the wise woman Dovrasi, the most respected counselor and spirit guide this side of Red Mountain. She went to the cavern of the Incarnate to meditate on Chodala's claim. If she confirms my brother's assertion, the tribes will follow wherever he leads. Agreed, but I dare not leave Chodala alone with the tribes. I feel the hand of Azura in all this. Go to the cavern of the Incarnate and talk to the wise woman. I'll stay here and try to keep things under control until you return.
I head to the cavern.
The cavern's to the northeast of Aldrin, on the other side of the mountain. Hopefully, the rumbling and lava won't slow you down too much. Get to the cavern and talk to the wise woman. If she accepts Chodala's claim about the Nerevarine...
We're gonna do that. Hey, look, y'all, look. I'm about to go on a little break, y'all. So I'm gonna be right back. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. back, y'all. We back. My bad about that. Yeah, I still not okay with it. Cave on the other side of the mouth. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna teleport to the other side. Nah, be honest with you, not all that. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I think it's full to yeah. Ooh, monster strong. You was still in there even though I was shot and everything. Yeah. Ooh, a sky shard. Sky shard. I keep on. Yeah, boy, yeah. Fire, but ooh, I can't step on that low. Oh, yeah, I got another go. I blew it. I got probably oh, yeah, though. I was say I was look for that man, that teleport. Man, but now I can just take this straight. What is that? Yeah. Wait. Yeah. Try to get little way. And you just stay on your thing. Little bit again, y'all. Let me see what I got. If it ain't, the class up, I'm not going for it. Y'all might see me not switching my gear. Cause I don't know what's so strong here, but I got to keep going for everybody. Yeah, my even the lights take you to the next is keep on the path. And you get one straight right on it. So you get there a little more. Okay. You do. If you still out here. I think it's a short right now. Oh, it's not enough. Yeah, it's ain't fishing, I understand. I'm always out of room because I'm going to cut the water skirts. You got to get all your skills up in there. You have to do everything. You have to create your own weapons and all that stuff. Oh, jump. Three on trying to take me at one time. It's a gun right there. I'm trying to see what's behind this way. They're gunning. Damn. You know, if I gun, I need to watch myself. And then I'm finally done. Come on, it's twin. Okay. You almost, you almost there. I'm already. I'm gonna take the shortcuts. I'm trying to get that quicker, but keep running to stuff, picking up stuff. Like, can I jump? I can't jump. Alright, well, I think bring me all from oh, alright, keep running to these things. Alright, so this is weird. No, he right in front of me. You should have to keep going straight. Okay. Go. Would have been fast if I had my horse, but I ain't got a horse yet, bro. Alright, so we here. We're on quiet thing. And he was quiet. Where are they? Are they trying to jump me? One down. Oh, yeah, we gotta go in the cabin. Yeah, we inside the cabin, man. Shit, you gotta go see what's going on in here. About Chodala and his gang, right? Isn't there a way to prove he's not the never? They feel incarnate. I don't know why my sound went on. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna be tripping.
It feels strange to talk to an outlander
Do
in
it
such
over
a
my bad.
sacred
I
place.
ain't paying
But the
attention.
Queen of the Night Sky insists. I need to render judgment on an important claim, and she says you can help me reach the correct decision.
Hey, this is about Chodala and the never, right?
Words of truth from the mouth of an outlander. Remarkable. The Red Exiles and a few others believe that Chodala is the Nerevarine. He's convinced them, but not me. I came here to consider my options. I fear a bloodbath if I oppose his claim.
Isn't there a way to prove he's not the never?
Perhaps, but I must remain impartial. If someone else reveals the flaws in Chodala's claims by comparing him to the failed incarnates, that might do the trick.
Feel incarnate.
We thought the incarnates were possessed by the spirit of Nerevar, but each had a critical flaw that made them destined to fail to fulfill the prophecy. Their spirits reside here. Yes, you should speak to the incarnates. I see Azura's wisdom now.
How do I talk to the spirits of the incarnates?
Take this pouch of blessed grave dust. Sprinkle a pinch upon the bones of the incarnates to call forth their spirits. Return to Aldrin after you have learned all you can. Perhaps we can curb Chodala's ambitions before they lead us to war. We need knowledge to defeat Chodala, Outlander. Listen well to what the failed incarnates have to say.
The Nerevarine remains a promise unfulfilled, and I am as guilty of prideful posturing as every other failed incarnate that occupies this hall. Ask your question and let's be done with this, Outlander.
What is your quest to become the never?
The Nerevarine must listen as well as proclaim. I refuse to accept wise counsel, which led to the doom of my tribe and the end of my quest to embody the spirit of Nerevar. Take my scroll and remind the wise woman that wisdom ignored is ignorance.
Thank you.
We are the failed incarnates, the Ashlanders who proudly proclaimed themselves to be the Nerevarine, but were found wanting. The Lady of Dawn and Dusk urged us to cooperate. So ask your question, Outlander.
What flaw made you to fulfill the Christ?
Take my scroll and help the wise woman see the lie of unbridled power. I thought myself the reborn Nerevar, for I was the strongest, most powerful warrior in all the land. But power alone won't save my people. In the end, it couldn't even save me.
Once I was the hope of my people, but then my claim was proven false. Now I wait, and I hope for the Nerevarines' return. State your question, Outlander, and I shall do as Azora urges.
You decided you wanted to never ever. Why?
To fulfill the prophecy, I followed a path of blood and war. In the end, my path became a road that led nowhere, and I was cast down from my lofty spot. Take my scroll and help the wise woman understand the futility of a senseless war.
Mortal, let us speak.
Oh shit. Oh, the statue on the feet.
I foresaw your usefulness before you even set foot in Vardenfell. Now comes a test that will challenge your ability to separate truth from lies. You must convince the tribes that Chodola is not the Nerevarine.
I communed with the incarnates, just as the wise woman commanded.
Doversee's wisdom outshines most other mortals. She recognizes the futility of Chodola's claim. If she rebuffs him, however, the tribes will turn on each other and blood will flow. The staff, Sunra, it makes Chodola confident, reckless.
The staff is the source of Chodola's power.
Your instincts served you well. Chodola's path took a dark turn. However, my sight clouds when I look too closely. Sothasil built Sunra, but he did not create it with this vile purpose in mind. You must act on my behalf and Vivek's.
I'll do what you ask.
Then go. Return to Aldrun and help the wise woman reveal the falsehood of Chodola's claim. And let Saren assist you. She is my champion and a trusted friend of all Ashlanders.
You gotta go and talk to us. Crazy. So now we gotta go back and talk to the sister. We gotta get to that. We almost to the table. I want to see what we got some new stuff. I'll try not to upload it while we. What do you think?
fellow outsider in this inhospitable sea of ash. I wonder if we might help each other.
Thank the moon and star. You've returned. The wise woman returned from the cavern of the Incarnate and went right into Scar to meet with the tribes. Chodala's in there too, about to be named the Nerevarine. Tell me you came back with something to stop my brother's rise to power.
I spoke to some of the Incarnates, and they gave me these scrolls.
Of course. Use the tales of the failed Incarnates to counter Chodala's arguments. That's brilliant. Well, except for one problem.
Problem?
An Outlander has no status in the Council. The Ashlanders won't listen to a word you say. Someone else has to present the arguments. Someone they trust. I suppose that means I have to challenge my brother. With your help, of course.
Alright, let's go to the street. Let's go to mine.
Meet me inside.
I want to see what kind of living. The stealth. Got me a different stealth this time. I like the electricity, but I really like the fire. The fire, you can throw it. The ice too, ice free. Shock the nerves.
Must we continue this farce? It's obvious that I'm the Nerevarine.
Someone has stepped forward to challenge your claim, Chodala.
Seren, I'm disappointed in you, dear sister.
Enough. I shall hear your arguments and render my decision.
Even the Outlander can see that I'm the most powerful Ashkan. My strength alone proves that I am the Nerevarine.
Chodala puts forth his great strength as proof of his claim. Give me the scroll that discounts such a trait for the Nerevarine.
Incarnate Dante scroll shield is bad assumption. Oh Lord, I don't know which scroll will do that. It's the counter argument. Try that. Let me see. Tells the tale of the Incarnate to teach a lesson of power alone maybe doesn't make it. Teacher, the one who refused the wise counsel never made it. Love, senseless war provide enduring.
Chodala puts forth his great strength as proof of his claim.
Which one is this one? Power alone,
Chodala puts forth his great... Yes, that's a sound argument. Incarnate, appear!
As a warrior and as an Ashkan, I was the most powerful of my age. But for all my strength, I failed my people. Don't follow my example.
The faithless houses dare to threaten our land, but we shall meet them in battle, and I will lead us to victory.
This is more nerve-wracking than I anticipated. Which scroll do you recommend to counter this argument?
Let's see which two scrolls they got. That's what the fuse constantly. The fuse constantly. Senseless reward. Below is senseless reward.
This is more nerve-wracking than I anticipated. Which scroll do you recommend to counter this argument?
The first one. Right.
This is more nerve-wracking than I anticipated.
Is that a reward?
This is more nerve-wracking than I... That makes sense. I'll try that. Incarnates, appear!
I thought the path to the Nerevarine was a path of blood and battle, but my love of war was my undoing. War is not the way.
These failed incarnates prove nothing. I need no counsel but my own, as befits my status as the Nerevarine.
I think it's working. One more strong assertion, and that should do it. Of course. Let's see what happens. Incarnates, appear!
I refuse to accept the counsel of the wise women and the Ashkans. I thought I knew best, but I knew nothing. That is not the way of the Nerevarine.
Seren and the Outlander, their arguments have merit. Chodala, we deny your claim. You are not the Nerevarine.
This proves nothing! Look how the staff protects me! I am the Nerevarine! Red exiles, slay the unbelievers!
No!
It's all this jumping. Chase our brother. I know they've been long the last couple of years. I was adjusting that stuff. Turn the power off. The volume off.
Go to my hut and get my healer's sack. Now.
Right away, wise woman. I hate what my brother's become.
Mortal, I would have words with you. Chodala has been revealed as a failed Nerevarine, but that hasn't dissuaded him from his reckless course of action. As long as he wields the staff, he shall be unstoppable.
So what shall we do?
Time is against you, mortal. Even now, Vivek, that pompous usurper, grows increasingly weaker. As much as I deplore him, Vivek cannot fall to Chodala's vile magic. There's another power. One I can't quite put my finger on.
There must be something I can do.
Return to Vivek City. Do what you can to aid Vivek, and pay heed to my faithful vessel, Saren. I name her Champion of the Moon and Star. She will play a pivotal role in ending her brother's march toward godhood, if she survives.
I'll return over this.
That was exhilarating.
Going on in Vivek City. Vivek City.
The priest seemed nervous today.
Pull yourself together. You're a buoyant armiger for Vivek's sake.
As a god weakens, so too does his city suffer. I know my people grow fearful. Even the archcanon is distressed. But the energy that remains to me holds the moonlit in the sky, at least for now. So what news does my eyes and ears bring to me?
He discredited Chodala as the Neverwinter, but he escaped this.
How this upstart Ashlander learned to attune Sotha Seal's tool confounds my understanding. And he dares use my power? Still, your help is appreciated. Every strike and parry takes us one step closer to ending this threat and restoring my vitality.
Due to Lord Vivek's condition, it falls upon us to find a solution.
Alright, y'all. So we're gonna end it right here, y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to my channel, turn on that post notification. So anytime I'm on live stream, you'll be able to catch it. Hey, and then to next video, the next live stream will probably be tomorrow. I appreciate y'all for watching it. I hope y'all come back and watch it. I'll be the 5 video.